Carson Kvapil just did something in 2026 that most drivers only dream about. He's now sitting second in the O'Reilly Series point standings, with just 2 races left in the regular season. And the craziest part? He's not even a full-time driver. Stick around because this story is bigger than it looks. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live the sport every week. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with a headline number. With 2 races remaining in the O'Reilly Series regular season, Carson Kvapil sits second in the point standings. Second place. Think about that for a second. That's not a fluke position. It's a driver who has been consistently putting himself in contention all season long, and it's not just second place by a hair that could slip away easily either. Well, actually, it kind of is close. Kvapil holds a 4-point advantage over whoever is sitting in third. 4 points. In this sport, that's nothing. That's the difference of a single stage point here or there. So every session left on this schedule is going to matter for him. Now, here's what pushed him into this position. Kvapil's run through the standings comes right after his first career NASCAR victory, and it happened at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's his first ever win at the National Series level. A career-defining moment, and it lines up perfectly with his jump in the points race. But here's the thing. Kvapil's 2026 season has been anything but a normal points chase. You know why? Because he isn't a full-time driver with JR Motorsports. That's a detail a lot of casual fans might miss when they just glance at the standings. Kvapil has actually been leaving the #1 car on some race weekends, to go run for DGM Racing instead. So we're talking about a driver splitting time between 2 different teams during the same season and still managing to sit second in the entire series. That's a pretty remarkable balancing act when you really sit and think about it. And it's worth pointing out, this isn't happening in a vacuum. JR Motorsports has been the best team in the O'Reilly Series all season long in 2026. So even with Kvapil stepping away from that program on certain weekends, the strength of that organization has clearly still played a role in keeping him near the top of the standings. Now let's talk about what's realistically in play here. According to the numbers, it is mathematically impossible for Kvapil to catch Justin Allgaier for the #1 seed at this point. So the #1 spot, that ship has sailed for the regular season standings. But that doesn't mean this run doesn't matter. Far from it. What happened next is that Kvapil's focus has now shifted entirely to locking down that second place position. With only a 4-point cushion over third, that's not something he can afford to get comfortable with. Every remaining race is a chance to either build that lead or watch it slip away. And there's something else working in his favor heading into these final 2 regular season races. Momentum. After winning his first O'Reilly Series race at Indianapolis, Kvapil now gets to move forward with that first career victory finally out of the way. There's something about getting that first win done that tends to change how a driver approaches everything that comes after it. So let's recap where things stand. Carson Kvapil, second in the O'Reilly Series standings, a 4-point lead over third place. His first career win coming at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. All of this while splitting time away from JR Motorsports on select weekends for DGM Racing. And with the #1 seed mathematically out of reach, the mission now is simple. Hold on to second and carry that Indianapolis momentum into the final stretch. Meanwhile, on the other side of the standings, Justin Allgaier continues cruising with that #1 seed locked in as the series heads toward the chase. So here's my question for you. With Kvapil splitting time between 2 different teams and still sitting second in points, how much more dangerous do you think he could be if he was running a full-time schedule? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed breaking this one down with me, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick with NASCAR Nation News for more coverage all season long. See you in the next one.